You have to be alert. Now one Australian girl, 18-year-old or 17-year-old, she is taking a round the world trip. She wants to cover it in 4 months. She has done many different trips from here to South Africa, from here to Tasmania, from here to Europe, but now this time she wants to go around the world. She has to be alert. And we've seen few people who have done that and gone through the trials and tribulations and come out a winner. You can also be, provided you can remain alert. Yes, I am, but Rajasthan, gone. A golden temple, oh, India trip. But who wants, every time the question should be, for whom is Rajasthan, for whom is the golden temple? Who wants to experience? There is no problem in going there, but the self must not be forgotten. Even right now, I keep repeating this. Even right now when you are listening, my words are not important. But the one who is aware that his ear or her ears are hearing the words, that person is important. Oh, how nicely Swamiji explained. That is not important. What a great text by the Shankaracharya. That is also not important. If this whole exercise can bring you that you are witnessing the hearing take place at this moment, concentrating on each word is also not important. But if you are aware with alertness, what is that tattva because of whom hearing is possible in this satsang, then true satsang is taking place. Otherwise, you come to please me, I will keep repeating the same thing this way or that way from different angles. Today I speak from this side of the mountain. I'm on the top. Yeah, this way comes this way. That way, that way. I know all the paths will take me to the top only. But if you can catch that tattva, suddenly everything clicks. Yeah, everything is reminding of you alone. So for this, and therefore everything that is finite is perishable, everything that is perishable is painful, and therefore it must be discarded. How should it be discarded? I discard this watch. This is other than me. This is not self. I discard it. Not this way, this way of discarding. You can never discard the body in that manner. Those who think that to discard the body in this manner, then Agorpanthi. Those who think they have to discard the body by doing something, then Kundalini Marg. Where there is doing involved, including japa, that is not the way. It's just one click. You don't need to do anything. A wave is water all the time. You are the self all the time. Recognition is required. That's all. Only a recognition. You don't need any other reminder. You don't need to go through, humongous 12 years of sadhana like Parshuram. If your mindset is such, then you will go through. That is not for me to say. But from Vedantic standpoint of view, you are already that which you are seeking. There is no doubt about that. You are already that which you are seeking. Only recognition is required. So this discarding, giving up, letting go is not the way we give up this watch or I give up this camera to someone else. That is not the giving up. It is growing out. Nothing that you consider yourself to be right now, the the son of your parents, the friends of a friend, the husband or wife of the partner, parents of your children, whatever relationships you have in your mind, whatever mindsets you have, you cannot give them up. All you can do is replace them. Nothing can be given up. If you give them up through force, you can do it. And we did that in Patanjali Yoga Sutra on Sunday. You can, through pranayam, you can bring your mind to still. But the moment you stop, it will come back with an even greater force. You can build a dam through pranayam. But when that dam breaks, God forbid, there will be only floods. Then what, how the controlled passions and desires, as a result of pranayam, you had stopped them from expressing. And when they start expressing, you won't know what hit you. So we don't want to do that type of controlling. The only sure way of letting go is growing out, meaning replacement. Replace all these ideas and mindsets with the mindset of the divine. Create a mindset of the divine. And how can you create a mindset of the divine? Continuous satsang. And it's not mechanical satsang. That intense desire to liberate has to be there. If that is there, other three will come. And the more, just like when you are hungry, intense desire to satiate your hunger is there. Intense desire to shift your position is there because it's uncomfortable. Automatically it comes from inside. You are listening to me, but automatically it adjusts, everything keeps adjusting. That much automatic it should become, that you are continuously aware of knowing the truth here and now. Then everything, every situation, every event, every experience, every interaction of your life will remind you of the self or take you back to the self again and again and again and again and again. A momentum has to be developed. When that starts happening, everything that is anatma will automatically be dropped. You don't have to do the dropping. Mind can only focus on one thing at a time. So once it has got, and it has come to this conclusion through studies, through satsang, that without knowing the self, it's not worth living life. This is a great opportunity that I have got as a human being. The purpose of being a human being is to know the self. That's all their purpose for being a human being. Not to procreate. If it happens, so be it. I'm not saying don't get married. Married people are also realized people. There's nothing wrong. In creation, everything is possible. Sannyasi can also get married. Cases are there. In Bangalore, that Mahatma was there. At the age of 65, he got married to a 40-year-old woman, his disciple. And cases are there. Our Jnaneshwar Maharaj, his father was a sannyasi. And his teacher told him, go back. I gave my word to your wife. That you, Saubhagyavati va, Putravati va. Now you're going to make my words come true, untrue. Go back. You don't have to lose who you are. And he went back. And 4 children were born. All 4 realized masters. Even before they reached their youth. But the parents had to give up their life. So there is no right and wrong in this creation. But till you reach that point, follow the right and wrong. So what is Atma? The state of Atma is where there is no sense of difference, there is no sense of separateness, the vision of unity through diversity, through multiplicity. This vision comes about.